Hi students, last video we have seen what is tragedy of the commons. In this video, let us see what is the solution to this tragedy of the common. General solutions of tragedy of common is privatization of property, regulating the public property, and third one, holding property communally. These are the three common solutions which are generally used, but apart from this, there is another method which is more effective. Worldwide, all environmental law and standard have adopted is leviathan. That is punishment for those who are not following the rules. These are followed at United States, Western Europe, Japan, etc. and all developed countries. Let us see what is this leviathan. How it makes people to be in line and length or within their limits. Let us understand how the tragedy of common happens in a given pasture land or for any given common. Let us consider herderer A and herderer B share a pasture land. Okay. And if they cooperate with each other, what happens? If they defect each other, what happens? Let us observe it. Right? So, when herder A and herder B cooperate with each other, let us say they get 10 points. Okay, their profit is 10. So, each gets 10. It means 50% each get the profit. 50-50 profit they get. If herderer A and herderer B both are defective, okay, both are cheating each other, then both of them will get 0, 0. There won't be any profit at all. If A is playing, cooperating and B is defective, it means B gets a profit of 11. Instead of 10, he gets a profit of 11 and he creates a loss to herderer A who is called as a sucker. Right? Sucker gets -1. On the other hand, if herderer A defeats the other one, cheats the other person, then he gets a profit of 11 and other one, the sucker gets a profit of -1. Okay, out of this 4 quadrant, which is likely to happen? If both of them cooperate, then each will get 10 on 10. Okay, if the one person thinks that the other may cheat him. Okay, if other is cheating him, he may get -1. But instead, if both of them are left out as cheater, then both get 0, which is better than -1, right? So, let us understand this scenario in the other way. So, temptation to defect is the highest payoff. So, one who gets the highest payoff is one who is cheating the other, if other is cooperating. So, if that happens, then the fellow is happy, he gets the highest payoff. Okay, mutually cooperating with each other, then the reward is 10. Each gets a payoff of 10. And punishment for mutual defection is third highest, which is 0. And sucker payoff is the lowest, which is -1. So, in either of the case, 0 is better than -1. If the other is cooperative, we get 11, which is better than 10. So, highest is temptation, then next is rewarding, and next is punishment, and last one is succor. No one wants to be a succor, so that he gets the least. Okay, so everybody tries to cheat or defeat the other, so they will land up with 0, 0, right? That is 0 profit, which is better than -1. Instead of having a loss, this is better state. So this plot, if you go by this plot, it will end up with 0, 0, right? Now let us understand the leviathan plot. So here we have herderer A, herderer B. When they cooperate, when they are defect. So what happens? So when they cooperate, the first quadrant is 10 on 10. There is no change in it. Both gets equal profit. Right? If both turn out to be defect, then what is this? Here a leviathan punishment is imposed on them since they are defect. So they get a payoff of -2. So they have to pay additional money and they lose their money. Say if the herderer A is cooperating and herderer B is defect, then herderer B is supposed to get 11 because he is cheating A. Okay, in 11, since he is defective and he is a cheater, so punishment is imposed which is -2. So 11 minus 2 turns out to be 9, and the other one is sucker, so he gets -1. Okay. On the other side, herderer A is defective, then he gets 11. Punishment is -2, which is 9, comma. Since B is sucker, so he gets -1. There's a loss in it. Now let us compare all the four quadrants now. Right. So highest reward is 10 on 10 when they cooperate. So this is the intelligent quadrant now. Since highest reward is 10 on 10. Okay. Temptation reward turns out to be 1 less than highest reward. That is 9. In whatever case, highest reward is the best. Okay. If they are sucker, then it is -1. If both are defective, then it is -2. It is better to be sucker than be defective, where the loss is higher and it is defective is -1. But it is far better to be having a highest reward of 10 on 10. So out of this four quadrant, when the punishment is imposed, leviathan concept, when the punishment is imposed, then the best quadrant is 10, 10. So our reward is the highest, then comes temptation, then comes succor, then comes punishment. Punishment is being heavier. There is no punishment, then everybody will like to start sucking the other person. So leviathan concept helps the intelligent person to think over it and live according to the first quadrant, cooperate with the other one for any commons which we are, right? So this, I could feel that this could be a best solution. This fourth solution is the best solution, right? Thank you. I hope you have understood the Leviathan concept on tragedy of common.